Montgó is a mountain in Alicante Province, Spain, which rises to 753 meters. It is the last spur on the Cordillera Prebética Mountain Range and is located in the Marina Alta region in the north of Alicante between the towns of Dénia and Xàbia. The mountain rises dramatically from the valley floors surrounding it and dominates the skyline for miles around. Its craggy cliffs are home to some of the most unusual flora and fauna in Spain. The mountain is renowned for its rock formations, cliffs, caves and natural harbors. For the Xàbia side, Montgó is often said to resemble the head and trunk of an elephant. The mountain can be easily reached by Highway CV 736, which links Dénia with Xàbia, both of which are accessible via the AP7 motorway or the N332 National Highway. Montgó Nature Reserve. The Montgó Nature Reserve encompasses 2,150 hectares around the mountain. It includes a coastal section that covers over 3 kilometers. The reserve contains important archaeological finds such as cave paintings, Phoenician amphras and the remains of Iberian settlements. Because of its extraordinary wealth of flora, fauna and ecosystems, the park was declared an officially protected nature reserve in 1987. The reserve runs almost parallel to the coastline, joining the coastal area via a flat area known as Les Plains, which ends at Cap de San Antoni. Formation of the Montgó. The mountain was formed during the Cretaceous period, some 70 million years ago, when plate tectonic processes forced the African and European continental plates upwards, creating spectacular mountainous landscapes such as that of the Montgó. Over the next few million years, strong erosion and rock slides sculpted it to the shape it has today. The geological composition of this nature reserve is characterized by Cretaceous materials. On the lower parts, marl and marlaceous lime abound, while the escarpments are formed by compact limestone. Flora. The geology and climate of the Montgó has fostered more than 650 species of flora. The primitive Mediterranean oak, which once dominated the mountain before overexploitation by man, is still present, as is Mount Atlas pistachio, rosemary, white hellebore, rock lavender, marine juniper and cistus. In the higher, more humid areas there are a number of endemic plants such as the Hippocrepus valentina and the Valencian rock violet, as well as the blue Mediterranean fan palm, the only palm species to grow wild in Europe. In addition, the Cardunculus dianus, or Hierba Santa as it is known in Spanish, is unique and only found here and in Ibiza. The Montgó flora also includes Kermes oak groves dotted with mastic trees and Rhamnus salerniternus, as well as the Mediterranean scrub. On the summit there is red lavender and Kermes oak. These take over from the communities of holm oak, which dominate the more protected areas with deeper soil. On the cliffs of the Cap de Sant Antoni, the vegetation is characterized by plants adapted to growing in the fissures, cracks and shelves of the cliff, and able to withstand contact with salt water. In the areas closest to the sea, marine fennel and the everlasting flower Helichrysum decumbens can be found. As one moves away from the sea in the salinity decreases, the Valencian rock violet appears, as well as caves scabious on the steeper slopes. On more level ground, dianic endemic plants can be found such as the Valencian rock violet, and also dianic piscic vegetation such as rock thistle and valerian can be found. On the plain, as on the hillside, lavender and Kermes oak grow mingled with repopulated Aleppo carrasco pine and vegetation typical of unirrigated land. Shady cliffs, with their increased humidity level, isolation and inaccessibility, encourage the growth of endemic plants such as Valencian rock violet, cave scabious, Sanguisorba ancestroides, and Sarcocapnos satabensis. On wider shelves, a community of black Sabina and Chamaerops humilis has developed. In areas exposed to the sun, various communities of species adapted to high temperatures and scarce humidity levels are located, such as Chanarinum crassifolium and Teucrium hyphacentes. Fauna. The marine bird life comprises the yellow-footed gull, sandwich tern and Audouin's gull, amongst other species. The peregrine falcon and the Eurasian eagle owl live on the Montgó, as well as eagles, ravens, seagulls and an abundance of other migratory birds. In the higher areas, the Pêche-Marille gull nests and Audouin's gull winters along with Bernelli's eagle. In total, there are 8 species of birds of prey in the Montgó Natural Park which have been documented to be breeding. 4 of these species are nocturnal and the other 4 diurnal. They feed on the many rabbits, foxes, toads, snakes, badgers, dormice, country rats, badgers, ginetta, weasels and bats which share the mountain home. Although there is no concrete evidence as yet, it is probable that buzzards, short-toed eagles and the Eleonora's falcon also reproduce in the Montgó Park. Due to shortages of places to collect water, amphibians are rare, although the common toad and the corridor toad are still found. Reptiles are more frequent, such as the common small lizard, the ocelot lizard, the horseshoe snake, and, most exotically, the Iberian S-lizon. As regards invertebrate species, there are a great number of gastropods communities and insects. Human inhabitants. The first evidence of human presence on Montgó dates to the Paleolithic period some 30,000 years ago. During this period, small nomadic groups occupied the caves and hills that faced the sea in the Cap de San Antoni. The communities lived a hunter-gatherer way of life, and were able to survive thanks to rich fishing grounds, plentiful supply of animals and mild temperatures. Evidence of human presence in past millennia can be seen in the famous paintings in Migdia Cave. Elsewhere on the mountain, Stone Age hand axes and flints have been found along with Roman pottery and Muslim ceramics. At the beginning of the 10th century, the Moorish caliph Abd ar-Rahman III made a special trip from Córdoba to collect over 100 medicinal herbs from the slopes of Montgó. At the end of the 19th century, a high demand for raisins led to the cultivation of the Moscatel grape on its slopes. Today, these areas have been largely abandoned due to difficulty in accessibility and non-profitability. Yet some vines, which produce the sweet grape variety, mostly the Mistela of the Marina Alta, as well as some citrus products, are still grown. Climatic conditions. Clouds are often seen forming around the peak of Montgó even when the sky is clear elsewhere. This is caused by orographic lift. Humid air from the Mediterranean is forced up towards the summit of the Montgó, then condenses and falls as rain. Despite its dry and austere appearance, rain is common on the mountain, with peak precipitation occurring between September and November. However, during the summer there is often a long period of drought. Climbing the Montgó. It is possible to climb to the top of Montgó from all sides. The excursion leads through numerous ecosystems, stony terrain, croplands, pine forests and scrubland. The ascent takes about 4 hours. At the summit of Montgó one will find the remains of the Casa de Bayo, an Iberian settlement of the 8th century B.C. For the summit there are magnificent views of the coast and the sea, and on a clear day, Ibiza can be seen. Legislation protecting the Montgó. Decree 2587 issued on March 16, 1987 by the Council of the Generalitat Valenciana declared the Montgó a natural park. This decree has since been modified by Ordinance 110/92. Law 588 issued on June 24, 1988 by the Generalitat Valenciana protects the nature reserves of the province of Valencia.